Well, good evening, Scorpio. This is Crystal Lynn, Cowgirl Astrologer, and I am determined to get all of the monthly forecasts out today on the new moon. So I'm out here in the evening. I know that you guys will appreciate that because it looks mysterious, doesn't it? I'm out here in my garden, and I've got my little candle, and we're going to talk about some deep stuff. Um, First of all, I want to talk about the fact that the sun has just moved into Virgo, and happy birthday to me. This is my birthday month, and so I'm really excited about that. This is like a new year. So every time that you have your birthday, your solar return, and it's when you really reflect the whole year, and it's a new beginning. So this is a new beginning for all of us with the new moon in Virgo. Um, that is going to light up your ninth house. So I'm sorry, that is going to light up your 11th house. So these are people coming into your life this month that might be giving you some really good advice. Virgos have a very practical, they're great entrepreneurs. Um, I know I'm giving a little plug for us Virgos, but it's that type of energy that's going to be coming in. And because of the fact that you also have Jupiter in Leo in your 10th house, that's your reputation to the world. That's your career, that expression, that way you express yourself. As far as quiet and withdrawn as Scorpios can appear, when they do take their place, they're very powerful and they're amazing leaders, and people do respect them. So having a Scorpio on the job, you want to keep good with them, but they'll keep an eye on that business for you. They'll be very loyal and faithful. And so right now your with Jupiter in your 10th house, um, you're feeling the need to express yourself more than ever. This year is going to be a lot about self expression and going after it. And all that stuff that you've been waiting to do behind the scenes, is now. This is the year. This is it. We also have Venus in Leo right now, and that's highlighting your 10th house. So there's money to be made. The things you love to do, is potential for a career for you. That kind of rhymed. And with Virgo in your 11th house, you're going to get a lot of support around you. So if people are giving you advice, take it and listen to them. They might have, something to say that'll bring a different perspective to what you're doing, something you might not have thought of. So that's really positive right now. It can make your mind a little, over analytical right now, because when you mix that Scorpio and Virgo energy, your minds can really get going. So you guys are definitely thinking about a lot of stuff, and it's almost like it's ready to explode. Plus the fact that we right now have Mars and Saturn in Scorpio in exact conjunction. This transit in Scorpio will not happen again for another 29 years. So this is very powerful stuff, you guys, and everybody's been feeling it. And I know you guys have been through it. You guys have really been through it. You've had Saturn and Scorpio lighting up who you are. Everything about you has been under the microscope. And, that is not fun for a Scorpio, because they like to be in the position of having the microscope. And so, it's kind of like, things that normally you could get away with, you're not getting away with. You're being called like on the carpet super quick. And you're having to really be honest and say, you know what? Maybe that's not how I want to do things. The Scorpio energy is very difficult at times because it's so powerful emotionally. And all the Scorpios that I have in my life, I mean, when they get this overpowering emotion, I mean, you just see it. It's like they just lose their breath a minute. It's just all encompassing. And so to have Mars here giving you, it's like igniting you. But what is it igniting? What's going on under the surface? And that's what we all have to look at. We all have to look at these things. When we talk about Jupiter expanding our potential career and potential reputation. We also have to realize that he can expand our reputation. He can expand the things that aren't so good. You know, he's not picky, he's just expansive. And so everything gets expanded. So have you been doing the work? Have you been doing have you been receiving these lessons of Saturn? You know, it's very, very important for you right now to slow down a minute, check yourself, and really ask yourself, where are you coming from? Because right now, you've got the Mars energy and the Leo energy, and that can be explosive. You know, it's like the ego that's igniting you as well. And so, you know, it's wanting to come out. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's what fuels us. You know, is that ego is in us that says, hey, I want to play. Hey, I'm important too. Yeah, you are. And this is a great opportunity. It's a great year. It's just getting all of these emotions in check. You know, we have a lot of watery stuff going on. Neptune is in Pisces retrograde right now, and that lights up your 5th house. That's why Scorpios are so creative and deep as well. Your 5th house is romance and creativity and your children. And so Scorpios are very connected to those things, obviously. And Neptune, but you know, Neptune can be tricky. And so it can be elusive. It can be deceiving. And so you've got to be careful right now with it being retrograde, that you're making solid decisions. Neptune will move forward again in November. So the next 2 months right now is really kind of, you know, making a checklist. Where are you guys? Where are you in this process? You're almost through this Saturn cycle. It'll also move out in Christmas time. So Saturn has called in Mars. It's like he's called in the big boys right now to help him out. Make sure there's nothing left undone. So you might be really feeling like there's more coming up and you thought there couldn't be any more. Take it in stride. It's all about healing. It's all about regeneration. You're going to come through this a completely different person and be ready to take on the next cycles of life. There's so many new things coming in that for many of us, we don't know what the new script is going to be for our lives. You know, we don't know how the story is going to be written. We know what the old story was. We sure know what the past is. I mean, we have that sketched in our minds, sketched in our hearts. With the full moon coming in on September 8th in Pisces, it's a supermoon. It's going to light up this wonderful place inside of you. And it's going to have you looking at everything around you. And it's going to provide healing. It's going to provide the opportunity for healing. The opportunity for washing you clean and letting go of those things that have held you. And it's, you know, it's saying, you know, it's opening the door and saying, come on out. And, you know, we all have free will. Are you willing to let go of the things that no longer serve you and begin to open up to this fresh energy coming your way? It's amazing. So you've got good things coming. Mars will move into Sagittarius around the 13th. So that's your money house. And that's pretty cool. So whatever you're working on, there's potential money to be made. It's going to stir up ideas. You're going to be fine, Scorpio. You're going to be fine. And we're really looking forward to seeing what you're going to do. So hang in there. If you guys want to know more about my services or want to book a reading, you can find me at cowgirlastrologer.com. I also have a new astrology classes through Google Air. And they're private. I take about 10 people in. They are booked up right now for September. So thank you, everybody who has booked my classes. There's 4 of them. And then I'll start a new series. So this is just helping people who want to learn more about their own personal natal chart and how to read it. And they're $25 a class, so they're very reasonable. You can find the information on my website. So send me an email if you're interested or interested in a reading. I'd love to be of service. Have a great month, Scorpio.